go-to verses a lot of times to motivate me to step forward and do something that's scary is to remind myself of Hebrews chapter 11, verse 6. The writer tells us, and without faith, it is impossible to please God. So I'm in this place and I'm like, okay, I feel like this is something the Lord wants me to do. I feel like it's something that we should do, but without faith, it's impossible to please God. So I can kind of move myself forward by thinking, well, I got to have some faith to please God. But then there is Ephesians 5:17. And it says, therefore do not be foolish, but understand what the Lord's will is. And so now I've got, okay, don't be foolish. So how do I know whether or not I'm being foolish as I'm making this decision, or I'm exhibiting a lack of faith? Is it a lack of faith that's keeping me from moving forward, or is it foolishness that's causing me to move forward? I think that's there's a good healthy tension for us when we're trying to launch into new territory, whether it be in ministry, in business, we're launching out in a new direction. Maybe we're going to invest some capital in something. It's like, okay, where's the line between faith and foolishness? Because I think there is a line there, and I think there's a good healthy tension. And I use those terms, like I pray and I'm like, Lord, help me to exhibit faith, but help me not to be foolish. So if you're like launching out in a new adventure in your life, going in a new direction, and you're nervous about it, I think that's a healthy prayer to pray, is like balancing faith and foolishness. Because one thing you don't, God's not going to ask us to do something that is totally foolish in His eyes. He says to us, don't be foolish, understand what the Lord's will is. But He's also not going to fill in all the blanks to the questions that we have. We're not going to know everything, how everything's going to turn out when we're going into new territory. So there is some faith that is to be exhibited. And I think if you'll just spend some time meditating and thinking and utilizing wisdom, utilizing the discernment of the Holy Spirit, a healthy life is one in which we learn to live and balance faith and foolishness. Because God's never going to ask us to be foolish, but He's always going to ask us to exhibit faith. Because without faith, it is impossible to please God. So I want to encourage you this week, as you're living your life, go out there and be faithful. Have faith, but don't be a fool. We'll see you next time.